Alright, welcome back to Star Wars Battlefront Collection. Alright, so this one is specifically for the multiplayer. I have already created a single player experience, so if you want to watch that video, you'd have to go to the channel and pick it. So let's get into this video. So right now I'm putting up the Steam DB charts, and currently they're sitting at around 9,000. So here's my problem with that. There's a couple things. I'm afraid, or 9,232 is the all-time peak, and right now about 6,000 people are actively playing. My big problem with it is I'm hoping that long-term that people see what a good game the Star Wars Battlefront collections are, and that they actually go to a bigger audience, right? Or that Aspire can get their hands on Battlefront 3. That's my hope. Right now I have the fear that that's not going to happen, and one of the things that can keep these games alive are the multiplayer. The multiplayer experience in this game as we stand is a rough ride, to say the least. There is a part where I'll put it in here so you can specifically see what I'm talking about, but the droideka is like rolling around on a roller coaster and then being beaten by a stick and then being thrown down a cliff. It is the most shaky experience I have ever encountered in my life, and I feel bad for any person who has to use that character or who this character that is their favorite, because I get nauseous just at like 10 seconds of using him. Something I noticed, or at least in the very beginning with when it first came out, all the servers were having issues. That was a problem. One of the other big issues for me was doing quick join was impossible. If you've ever played Battlefield or Fortnite or other games like that, there's always like a join section, so you can go through the list of all active servers, basically, is the best way to put it. And that is where you can get a good feel of what is going on, and the best way, honestly, to get into these games. For that, I don't hate the experience, but I am really upset that it feels like the multiplayer was almost a second thought. And one of my also big issues is that the servers were, I don't know if they were overloaded or if they just weren't good to begin with. There was really bad server issues. I do think the multiplayer, as I said previously, was a second thought, and the only way that games like this can really excel and do better is if there's more of a, if the market is pushed more towards this, right? The campaigns are fun if you're playing with your friends and stuff like that, and honestly, most people, that's probably how they played. But if they're wanting to see this game excel and do really good, which I hope any gaming company would want to do that, then multiplayer should have been on the forefront. I know they had come out and said it was going to be a re-release game and not a remastered, but I think they did a really bad job. I think this was a front they definitely lost on, and it is a shame to see. Instead of, I don't want to just bash it, because I never played the multiplayer when I was younger. We just didn't have the resources to do that. So playing it now is a nostalgic feeling. It is a really cool feeling to be able to play with other people online and do it. And in some of the cases, it is fun. If you're not using the droideka, for instance, I've noticed in Battlefront 2, I'm sure it's in Battlefront 1 as well, that the ships are inverted as well right off the bat. That's a pain to deal with and try to figure out how to fix. The core mechanics are there. It's fun if you're playing with your buddies, or if you're just wanting to get a quick match in of some cool multiplayer from back in the day. It checks those boxes. The boxes it does not check are just the boxes that you hoped would be checked. And that is a shame, to say the least. I'm hoping to see the game excel. I'm going to keep on making content here and there for it. But right now, I think this is a big L for Aspire. And this is what everyone was hoping for. And I hope that their next big Star Wars game, which I believe everyone knows is the Knights of the Old Republic, actually is way better than this. So that's going to do it for me. I'm thankful for everyone joining in and hanging out. The top comment will be featured in the next video, and we'll explain and talk about it. Any questions or anything like that, feel free to ask. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye.